Hey, this is Katie Chase here with you for Lesson 2 of Branding Basics 101, and we are going to start talking about designing your brand. Now, this is a big lesson. There's a lot of information that we cover in the text lesson below, but we're going to keep this video short so we can cover a few of the main points in this lesson. In this lesson, we will be talking about creating a brand that fits your blogging goals and your target reader. In Lesson 1, we talked about creating or establishing your blogging goals and defining your ideal reader. So we're going to take all of that information we talked about in Lesson 1, and now we're going to talk about creating a brand that caters to your goals and your target reader. We will also talk about finding themes with the right design and functionality for your site. We will also be talking about creating your logo. All right, let's talk about creating your brand. To create a brand that fits with your blogging goals and appeals to your target reader, you're going to want to keep the colors complementary. Keeping colors complementary can really change the feel of your website in a positive way. It can make it an environment where people want to stay and look through your website. I recommend going to color.adobe.com. This is a really helpful tool to help you design a color palette yourself. Another really place, and this is actually a lot easier, is to go to Pinterest and type in color palette, and you'll see some amazing color palettes that are already uploaded on Pinterest for you with beautiful images and the colors already pulled out of the image for you, so you can get those colors and then incorporate them into your theme. Keep fonts legible. This is incredibly important, and I see this happen all the time on amateur blogs, is that they get really fancy and use lots of script fonts, and they're trying to pair fonts that really don't go well together. So I recommend using very legible fonts. If you want to use scripted fonts for a more feminine look, that is totally okay, but make sure you find some that are easy to read. You don't want script fonts that make your readers go, huh, what does that say? Because people don't have time to stick around to try to figure out what you're trying to say. So keep fonts legible. You want to make your content as easy to read as possible for your audience. Now, most themes already come with their colors set up and with the fonts already programmed into it, so you're not going to have to do anything like that. But if you do have a theme such as Divi that allows you more control over the fonts that you use and the colors that you use, these are very important tools. So keep fonts legible. A great way to find fonts for your blog is type-finder.com. They will ask you some really great questions about what you want to use the font for, and it'll help you find great fonts to pair together to create a really nice look to your site. Keep your site intuitive. This is really important. We want to make a site that is very user-friendly, and I happen to be the kind of person that's really into user experience. I think user experience is very important. You want to make it very easy for them to navigate your site. You want it to be intuitive. I recommend finding blogs that you really like, that are really easy to navigate, and then take down all the things about that site that you really like and use those as your inspiration to create a site that's user-friendly for your readers. Keep it simple. Keep the colors complementary, keep the fonts legible, keep your site intuitive so your readers will have a really great experience, and new visitors who come to your site are going to want to stick around and come back. All right, let's talk about picking your theme. Before selecting your theme, I want you to consider the following questions. What is my blog's main purpose? Now, we talked about what is your why in Lesson 1, and this is really important. You want to bring your why into your theme. So consider that. What is my blog's main purpose? Are you exclusively blogging? Are you going to be offering services? Is the blog just a part of your business where you can keep engaged with your audience, but you're really highlighting some services you're going to offer? Are you going to be running an online store, maybe selling your own products? That's something you want to consider when you're looking for a theme. How do you plan to monetize your blog? Are you going to use affiliate marketing? Affiliate marketing, if you don't know, is basically just promoting other bloggers or other companies' products. Are you going to be using advertisements? There's a lot of people who use Google AdSense or different advertisement agencies to put advertisements on their blog and earn money that way as well. Or are you going to be selling your own products? These are things you want to think about because different themes do different things, and you want to make sure your site is set up for success by picking a theme that is in line with your blogging goals. How do you want people to interact with your site? Now, for me, this is a really, really big point. You want to make your site very, again, intuitive. We talked about that in the last slide, but you want to make it easy for them to interact in a way that really kind of meshes with your purpose. So you need to ask yourself, how do you want them to interact with your site? So there are different types of themes for different types of websites, including blog-centric themes. Now, these themes are created by the designers and the developers to cater to blogs. There are also business type themes. These are the themes that you're going to use for services, or if you have a business, you're highlighting the services you're offering or the products that you're offering as a business. Niche themes are really, really great. In fact, there's a lot of bloggers that use them. A niche theme is basically a theme that is set up for a specific kind of genre of a blog. So if you are a food blogger, you're going to want to get a niche theme that is a food blogger theme that is set up specifically for food bloggers. So it means it's designed to deal with recipes and you know, those blogs that have those beautiful recipe cards that you can print up easily from their website. Or if you're a photographer and you really want to highlight your images on your blog, there are photography-based themes that are set up to have beautiful galleries for images and those kinds of things. So there's a lot of bloggers that use niche themes, and so if that's something that's interesting to you, if you're blogging on a specific genre that requires those specialty things, such as galleries or things to highlight special images or recipes, those are the kinds of themes that you're going to be looking for. E-commerce themes, those are the themes mainly used by bloggers who are selling their own products on their website. Okay, let's talk about your logo. Your logo is an important part of your branding. I don't think I really have to go too far into that. It's pretty self-explanatory, but your logo is really, really important. It is a very small piece of your website, but it holds a very big role. When creating your logo, you want to keep it legible. We talked earlier about the fonts. You want to keep fonts legible. Same applies to your logo. Add a tagline. That is something that is a helpful way to give people a quick snapshot of what your blog is all about. Use colors that match your theme. That's pretty self-explanatory. You want to keep things all matching and looking nice. You don't want to have a bright neon logo with very nice calming pastel colors on your blog. It just will not go. Create a white version of your logo. This is something I recommend for every blogger because there will be times when you need to watermark images with your brand. And whenever you create your logo, or if you have a designer create your logo, you want to make sure they create a watermarked version, a white watermarked version. If you need help, don't be intimidated by hiring a graphic designer. They don't have to be super expensive. You can find some really reasonably on Fiverr.com. 99designs.com is also a really great resource for hiring designers, though they are a bit more pricey. And so that might be something you want to save up for, or maybe when your blog is more established and you want to do a blog makeover or a blog redesign, you can go there and they have a logo and branding package that you can buy, and they will help you get that all set up and redesigned. All right, let's talk about your next steps here. Step 1, I want you to start looking for inspiration. Go out there and look at your favorite blogs and start listing the things that you really like about the blog, design and functionality, and what you don't like about the blog design and functionality. And start making a list of all the things that you want to include on your site as far as colors, design, where things are placed on the page, those kinds of things. So start looking for inspiration and writing it down. Number 2, find the perfect theme for your blog. You're going to get out there and start searching for your theme. If you already have a theme that you love, then you don't even have to worry about this step. Otherwise, I recommend going on to creativemarket.com or Googling blog-centric theme or blog themes for mom bloggers or for feminine blogs or for e-commerce blogs. Whatever your blog is really about, search for them because there's likely something out there for you. Number 3, install and set up your theme. Again, if you're already completed this step and you love your theme, don't even worry about this. You're already ahead of the game. And number 4, design your logo to match your theme. You can do this very easily in Canva or PicMonkey, and you can find the bonus videos where I talk about how to do that. Or you can find someone who can design it for you. All right, lesson 2 recap. So here's what we talked about. We talked about creating a brand that fits your blogging goals and your target reader. We talked about finding themes with the right design and functionality for your site. We also talked about creating your logo and gave you a couple points on where to go to get help for that if you need it. Now, in the next lesson, we will talk about your brand on social media. We'll also talk about branding your social media images and why that's important, and how to create branded images and image templates so you can use them over and over again and quickly create blog post images for your posts. All right, that's it for this lesson. We'll see you in lesson 3.